Beloved students of underground coal mining methods. Welcome to our lecture number 10 of underground coal mining methods. If you are ready, now we can start our class. I can start displaying my slides. Let me know, at least through somebody unmuting themselves. I am downloading the attendance now. Shall I start the class or shall we wait for some time? My beloved students of underground coal mining methods, MN 2102. Shall I start the class?
So wait for 2 to 3 minutes.
Very nice. Now let us utilize this time for any question and answers. As some of our students yesterday asked some simple queries, I hope they must have seen through our available websites what is the position of our coal reserves in India. May I know anybody has seen, or shall I show it here in Google? Is it required to show, or you can see yourself? What is a coal? Even if you write simply coal reserves in India or grade wise, whatever, right? You will get lot of information. Now, before you start any question, now my query to you is, who can tell about what is a coal reserve position in India? Before your other beloved friends join in the class, let us spend time for 1-2 minutes, as you suggested, discussing about this. Anybody? Now, shall we start the class now? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So shall I show typing in Google here what is the coal reserve position in India? Is it required? Yes, no. You can see yourself, right? Yes, no बोलना चाहिए.
Sir, only
My
coal
beloved
reserve in India.
students.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
only for coal reserve India you are talking about now.
So now welcome to our underground coal mining methods class lecture 10 of our online teaching learning process through our MS team at 8 a.m. today. Now continuing with our previous class, we were discussing about the factors influencing choice of mining methods. The factors which influence the choice of mining methods, as I told you yesterday, that is on 4th January in lecture number 9, that they can be divided into 3 categories, that is a physical, technical and economical, and we started discussing yesterday about some of these parameters in very just like an introduction, right? And we will go in details today into all these aspects, how these are influencing choice of mining methods. When it comes to choice, as we have seen yesterday also, up to this geological disturbances issue, I also tried to show you some of the geological disturbances, how it appears through one of our Nick Barton, who is from Norwegian Geotechnical Institute, who has developed rock mass classification queue system also. That's what just I thought of bringing to you yesterday before closing yesterday's lecture. Now continuing further, There are characteristics of the roof and floor rocks, very simple to understand. We go in details later. But when it comes to our mind, what are the characteristics generally when we consider, as far as our title here is factors influencing choice of mining method, then how these characteristics are going to affect your choice of mining method. Now, it is very simple to understand, my beloved students. Suppose very simple, in a simple language, right? If that roof is very strong, is it advisable to go for caving method or stowing method? What is the best way of selecting a method? You just try to imagine the situation. You just imagine you are sitting in a room, right? That is nothing but a gallery, and on all your sides, whether you are in your house or guest house or wherever you are, with your beloved parents, friends, whatever, right? So adjacent is your coal pillar, right? And roof is your roof, whatever I said, if it is a gallery, right? So now my phone is ready, so I can use this, right? So if this roof is very strong, in that case, how it is going to influence what method I should select? So whether it is better to go for, in a simple way, a board and pillar method of mining or a long wall method of mining, or in that also whether it is better to go for a caving method of mining, or by providing some material, that means backfilling either by sand or by pond ash, fly ash, whatever we have been trying, or that material may be a material which is made out of overburden crushed stone, whatever, right? So whether we should go for that. So how this is going to affect? Now here I have a simple query to you, or this can be considered as your continuous evaluation point question also for you, right? And you should respond now itself, those who are, it is very simple to understand. Now you imagine this is very strong. Which method, because already you have some introduction to these methods, right? So which methods you would like to adopt? Anybody want to respond?
Yes, sir.
This
Sir, I
roof
am
is
Shivam.
very strong. Any ideas?
Board and pillar method.
Very good. First
And sir,
you should tell your
caving
name and then tell the answer.
Hello, sir.
Karthik
I am
or Yogita madam in a mimicry voice, voice. Who is talking?
Sir Shivam Kumar Dubey.
Dubey.
Is Sir
Shiva
Shivam.
Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. In
Sir,
that,
we can go for yes, sir.
whether it is to go for a backfilling or caving, which will be better? Anybody, others also can respond.
Sir,
It need
according
not
to me,
only Lord
sir,
Shiva.
Sir, according to me,
Anybody?
caving will be better.
Caving will be better. Right. Any other ideas? Any other ideas? I think in my computer that sound is very less, it seems. Let me see. Sometimes I used to set in a different way. It is showing less sound. Yes, it was less. Right. Now it is all right. Okay. Then in a very simple way, if it is very strong, and there also there are so many categories, right? That is the reason why I asked you, as far as any parameter is concerned. Now it is very easy to explain here through this. Now we are discussing about this point, right? Where we are talking about the characteristics of this roof and floor rocks. Now, as your friend said rightly, right? If it is strong, if you are going for caving, now you just imagine a case, and now also you should note down some mines names also, because I used to give you, as I told you, the glimpse of some experiences and then what our Indian mining coal fields we are following any methods and the problems faced and new methods to be developed by you people, our next generations, right? So suppose this is very strong, that means that may also, it may not cave, right? You just imagine that case. When I gave, that is not a so simple answer for that, but I appreciate your point. Right, now you just go into some more aspects when I say characteristics, right? So if it is very strong, that means that roof is not at all carable. That is when I say very strong, right? So it may not be very weak, so that even you cannot work, even you cannot open even a 2 meter, 3 meter wide galleries itself. That is the weakest, or flowing type of rock, squeezing type of rocks, so many things like that. Okay, that is the meaning of it. Okay, that means when it is very difficult to cave, as we have seen in our southeastern coal fields, especially, right? Southeastern, SCECL, you note down, and Chercha mine, that's what I told you at that time, right? And Rajendra mine and some other mines, where this is difficult to cave, and that is the reason why even we cannot go for caving, right? And that strong roof, either it is in the immediate roof, or immediate roof may be little bit easy for caving and all, it may be very strong after 60, 70 or 30 meters, where that is like a sill. That is what is called SILL, sill in our geology. That is igneous intrusion, right? If that is there in the roof, that's what was there or is there now in southeastern coal fields. That's why, although they have very good conditions of flat and other seams, this problem of caving, characteristics of this roof, pose a lot of problems. Okay, that is a very simple way I wanted to tell you. That means if it is very strong, other details of course we will be going point by point later, but I want to give a glimpse of some ideas like that, so in that condition it is better to go by backfilling instead of caving, right? So these are some situations may come like that. And gassiness of the seam, already you know very well what is the meaning of gassiness. I am not asking any question for you, right? So if it is more methane is coming out of that seam, right? That coal characteristics are like that, then it is very difficult to adopt such methods where we cannot provide proper ventilation to that so that it cannot dilute properly, right? So this type of issues will come in selecting the method of mining as far as our underground coal mining methods are concerned. And when you go for proneness of coal to spontaneous heating, and here you can when you come to the gassiness, let me also tell you, my beloved students, there are degree 1, degree 2, degree 3 gassy seams, right? So where some methods in highly gassy seams, right, it becomes very difficult. Something like a thick seam, at a time you want to extract in single lift so much of area to be exposed and some coal is left inside, then that is very difficult. And that also leads to the next point, whatever is here, I have shown here, that is a proneness of coal to spontaneous heating, that is combined with gassiness, that becomes more dangerous, and that may become explosion, and we have a disastrous and the explosion what took place in BCL mines long back, hundreds of persons we lost, right? That was Amlabad colliery, you note down, so that whenever you read anywhere, you will be getting lot of information because of this type of gassiness, more proneness for combustion, heating, right? All those things, this is proneness for heating, right? So that leads to fires, and that is the reason why we should not select some methods in that case where there may be possibility of very poor ventilation systems. Then we should avoid that. That is the meaning of it. Then hydrogeological conditions, right? Now this is also one of the important issue, specifically when it comes to these hydrogeological conditions of the coal seams. Here I should tell you that basically you note down Western Coalfields, WCL, right? Western Coalfields Limited. So there you must have read that it is a water bearing strata, Kamti series. In geology you must have read, right? Where that is highly charged, okay, water. And whenever there is any possibility of opening of any cracks or anything, that water will be coming out through that. And that the meaning of this highly charged aquifers and somewhere perched water table, so many things will be there where there is a possibility of water inundations and then problems, right? Some inundation, when I say inundation, you note down some other name of underground coal mine where we got the disaster with more than 375 persons, right? We lost long back in 70s in Chasnala mines, right? And that was not because of highly charged strata or other things, but the inundation, the water from the river also came inside, right? From above workings and the river, so many things getting connected because of some barrier problems and all. And even also, since you people, my beloved students, are reading your survey, right? Because of that wrong survey also, we may lead to lot of problems. So give proper importance to your survey when you are doing learning about mine surveying, whether by Punmiya, Kanetkar, whatever, and then any teacher. You try to learn it properly, right? So that some barrier to be left, if that barrier, right, between the workings, right? And again comes here the choice of mining method. When you are extracting by board and pillar, long wall in multiple seams, whether you should go for backfilling or it is better to go for caving, and some part of the seams or sections may be backfilled, right? So that that will not be filled, right, with water. Now you just note down somewhere all the workings. Yes, please note down with underline red color, green color, pink color, whatever I kept here, hydrogeological conditions, right? That any excavation which is opened or which is exploited, I mean that seam is exploited means that is considered as a waterlogged area. Considered as a waterlogged area, because in majority of the case or in almost all mines, all these underground coal mines are under the water table, below the water table, groundwater table. So whenever there is any opening, unless there is any specific conditions, right, which are not allowing water to enter into that working, otherwise all are waterlogged areas. And whenever you have any plan to excavate, extract adjacent to that previous workings, below that previous workings, or above that previous workings, you have to consider in selection of the mining method. That's what you should consider, my beloved students, right? That is the influence of hydrogeological conditions to some extent. That means the best way is you excavate, take out the coal, and then fill it back with something so that that is not filled with water, but that is filled with your choice of your material, whether sand, pondage, whatever, as a backfilling material. If it is in metal mines, let us not discuss metal mines here. Don't worry. Now, coming to the important technical and economic factors. So there are very simple to understand while selecting the method. If suppose anybody or your chairman, right, Coal India or anywhere in the international organization, if he wants you to prepare a report for mining methods, right, selection, planning, then what you look for? If some conditions are given, ultimately now you should come to a point by the end of this semester. If some conditions are given to you, my beloved students, right, you are supposed to select which method is the most appropriate method, and then you should select what type of machinery is the most suitable for that and more reliable, efficient, and then where you can give the best productivity out of that with stability, conservation, safety, economy, everything, right? That is what we are here to discuss on underground coal mining methods, right? Now, here again I re-emphasize my beloved students, right? Now 99% of all underground coal mines in India are running under loss. Okay, now we have to get ready to face this challenge in future when there is no open cast mining, only underground coal mining. Then you are supposed to deal with all situations. At present, we are compensating all that by our open cast mining, open air mining, right? Or quarry, whatever. So now, then when you are asked to design any mining method, you will think of this first point, whatever I have written here, technological development and availability of the machines. Now you will be thinking, yes, in the international scenario or in the national scenario or in that particular locality, I mean your area, mine. Suppose you are planning for Mahanadi Coalfields Limited or from Jindal Power Limited, whatever, right? KSK company or Gayatri company or anybody who is taking Sainik Group, any MDO, any foreign companies, Adani Group, whatever, right? Then you will be thinking of in that area, in my locality, in these similar conditions, what type of technology was used before, which gave what type of productivity, production, all those things you will think of. That means at that point of time, when you want to design any mining method, you will be asking for what is the technological development and what is availability, right? At present, if you want to design for most deepest mines given to you, if conditions are like that, 700-meter depth cover, this much is a reserve, 40 million tons to be extracted, these are 2-3 seams, then technology development at present is, yes, I can think of only none other than longwall mining, and in that I will go for not a single drum shearer or a friction prop or plow or this, but I will go for double-ended ranging drum shearer with 1000 kilowatt capacity or 500 whatever drum power, right? Then supports of 1200 tons, right? Shield support. This is a technology that comes to your mind. It should come. Then what is that availability? This is there in the international scenario. What is that availability, right? Then whether my budget, money, right? Your budget. Now we are going for the highest economy in the world. We are planning for that. Okay. Now, what is the economic value of that mineral? That is for coal. For us, it is coal. At present, we are discussing on coal mining. So, what is the value of that coal? Then even the grade of that coal, 1 ton, maybe 1000 rupees, maybe 2000 rupees. Then for extraction of this type of coal with this sale value, whatever it is. So can I adopt this type of technology which may cost this much cost of production? Suppose my sale value of the coal is 2000 rupees, then its cost of production coming to be 1500, then I can go without any problem with that technology. With some technology, if it comes to be 2500, then I will be under loss of 500 rupees. But when I have more reserve and in a big scale, if I adopt, then the same technology may be giving you less cost, right? Taking so many other factors like depreciation, life of the machines, availability, so many things like that. So these are the important technical and economic factors. Now coming to the technical, specifically physical parameters, whatever. Later we will discuss on technical, economical in details. Now you also should note down some important points as far as the thickness of the seams. Little bit I tried to discuss at that time, giving some as a layman's terminology, whatever it is. And this material also there in that pedagogy, whatever we developed already, I told you, as a national mission project along with our beloved IIT Kharagpur, some of my people, we were working on that. Now, it is in general, mining has been going on, right? Even 0.4 to 10 meter, but in India, we are not going with 0.4 meter like that. Already I told you sometimes where when the seam thickness is very less, people used to simply crawl into that. Otherwise, there is no need to enter inside that seam right? At that point where it is to be extracted. Even I can have my development gallery. Now you just imagine, right? This is my 0.4 or let be 1 meter, 0.8, whatever it is, right? Of course, we are not doing that in India. Don't worry for that. But you should know the technology or scientifically what can happen or what was done before somewhere where now this is a deposit with very thin seam. Now I can have my development gallery like a longwall mining, right? So if you want to talk it like a longwall, then I can have my gate roads which are up to 2 meter or 3 meter, whatever. That means I will be cutting my stone roof or stone floor, whatever, right? And I can make my people comfortable entering into that workings, and then a gate road on this side, another gate road on this side, which is developed up to even 2 meter, 3 meter, whatever our person's height. If it is in Japan, don't worry, even 2 meter or that may be sufficient, 1.5. Okay, don't worry for that. So only thing is which is comfortable, you made it by either dinting or developing into the stone roof or into the stone floor or whatever it is, in addition to the thickness of the seam, to facilitate your persons to enter comfortably. And later I can simply have making the holes right from this place to that place, instead of going a person need not go into that seam. But while establishing the working phase, even this phase also I can make up to 2 meter like that, and this 0.4 or 0.6 meter only I can install a plow or a shearer which will be moving and cutting only 0.2 meters, so that no person need to enter into that place, right? This is something like a manless mining for this working phase. So many things like that can be done. And now in India, seems thickness more than 4.5 and 4.8, don't worry for that. But in general, in some books it might be written, but the logic already we discussed about the thickness limits in different countries. You can also get a lot of information by different authors and all, right? But the logic here is very simple. As per the regulation, we can develop up to 3 meters in the development, and then 1.8 meter rod, right? While retreating, you can go up to 1.8 plus. That is 3 plus 1.8. That is the reason why in a single lift I can extract, and I can also name this as a thick seam for us, right? So don't worry for this 4.5, 4.8 terminology. Then generally thickness less than, in some books we write 1.2 meter, right? Generally 1.2 meter are considered as a very thin, and thickness between 1.5 or 1.2 to 4.8 as a moderate in general, and then in our country 1.2 to 4.8 we can say in that way. Now seams which have thickness more than 9 meter are called very thick seams. There is some reason for this, right? Why 9 meter? There is, you please note down somewhere, contiguous seams, right? Contiguous seams, CONTIGUOUS, contiguous seams are contiguous workings. It can be, it need not be a separate seam. That means a seam here and another seam here, right? These two seams with a parting, right? This parting in between there is a parting. This parting, if it is between 3 to 9 meters, okay, then we are calling it as a contiguous seams. And when you are calling that as contiguous seams, right, and more than that, of course, this will become multiple sections, right? Now there is some relevance why we are calling it as a contiguous seam, because we face a lot of problems when this parting is between that 3 to 9 meter, because there will be more interaction of the workings. If this parting is more, then less interaction, right, between the workings. So that's why when it is within the 9 meter, it is better to extract these seams simultaneously when you are going with that. And of course, there is a provision when you go with the backfilling, right? Then here also I like my beloved students to note down. Here a very simple philosophy is in underground coal mining, method selection, right, are method in terms of classification we will go later, but there broadly we can say, right, in one category as a caving methods or stowing methods, right? So in caving methods, you are supposed to, why I am showing the hand like this? In caving methods, we should extract the seams, right, from top to bottom. That means you are working, that means you are allowed to work under the goof. Okay. Now, when it is with stowing, then it is better to go from bottom to top, right? That means you are allowed to work in the ascending order in stowing or backfilling methods of mining when you select, and in the descending order of the sections or the seams in chronology, whatever you seek from the surface, right? In the descending order you extract when it is by caving methods, right? The reason is very simple. Here also you should note down with a red mark, underline, italics, whatever, right? Where why it is in ascending order. That means you can work under the goof in caving methods, okay? And you can work over the goof in stowing methods, but you should not work over the goof in caving method, or it is very least preferred under the goof unless it is properly stowed or backfilled, and in the similar vice versa you can think in that way, right? It is very simple to understand that analogy, that's why I showed you. When you design any methods by caving, you design in such a way that if it is a multiple seams, right, or thick seams in multiple sections, this is as good as multiple seams. Okay, only thing is that parting, instead of that, when I say there is a 20-meter thick seam with I can have working in two sections, where I can have one section on the top section with sandstone roof and bottom section with sandstone floor and your coal roof. Then these two may be sections with coal parting in between. Otherwise, it can be two separate seams with sandstone parting. For me, working is almost similar, right? Except that nature of that roof, here it is coal, that is sandstone. Based on that, you will design how to extract all those things. That is where lies the technology and what we are trying to understand, learn from the previous experiences and utilize the latest technologies of whatever, modeling, artificial intelligence, all those things, right? Deep learning, machine learning, everything in designing new methods, but with proper understanding of the situations, conditions in the mind and the practical situations, right? So now seams with thickness from 0.5 to 1.8 must be worked by only long wall method. The reason is very simple to understand, especially in India, like our Amitabh Bachchan, need not be everybody Amitabh Bachchan with more than 1.8 meter height, right? 6 feet. 6 feet is 6 into 3. Okay, 1.8 around. So now it should be very easy for the persons to enter when it is a method of mining. If this method is Boden pillar, then many persons are supposed to enter into the mine, into that working phase, make a drilling, blasting, loading, so many things. But if it is a long wall, very less number of persons to enter. Very simple to understand. Okay, right. Then if it is thickness between 1.8 to 3.5 meter, then it can be by any means. You understood the logic. Then seams up to 4.8 meter, that logic now you can understand here, my beloved students. Within 1 minute I will finish only this slide number 18. Then we will go to your answering of your CEP and then your any other doubts. 50%, right? Okay. So up to 4.8 meter, as we discussed, we can extract in a single lift. Single lift means if it is 4.8 meter, then you can extract 3 meter by development, right? And then another 1.8 meter while retreating we can. So that is called a single lift, right? And it can be by Boden pillar or with caving, whatever. Then if seam thickness is more than 4.8 meter, then it should be now seam thickness means this both. This is the total seam, right? Thickness is 10 meter, 15 meter, right? Then you should go by multiple lifts. You should think of whether 2 lifts, 3 lifts, right? 4 lifts. Then following either it can be a Bowden pillar or long wall, whatever, right? And already you understood why we cannot go if thickness is less by any conventional methods. Then still there are some options. Okay. Now that option, this is another CEP question to you. If it is very less, 0.3, 0.4, whatever, right? So what type of method that comes to your mind, right? Now I want my beloved students to open up your mind. You must have taken very good heavy breakfast, helping your mother and father, right? Then you think over, that is CEP question 2 for you. What can be done for that? Can we extract? If extracting, how it can be done, right? Think over, we will discuss. Then hydraulic mining may be used in such seams through performance remains poor. Of course, hydraulic mining is one option, but hydraulic mining here, let me tell you, just for understanding, right? Anybody can understand. Now, any material, suppose if I have already, my beloved students must have played nicely during their Holi festival, right? In March, April it comes, right? So where all colors are thrown, that's why I kept this hydraulic mining in a beautiful pink color where many of my students like it, right? Pink is a symbol for very good things. So then in something like that, pichkari jo bolta hai Hindi mein, right? Okay. So now in our new education policy, even learning through our local language is also encouraged. Okay, let us not talk about that much. Okay, for your better understanding. तो पिचकारी लेके आप लोग जैसा करते हैं, okay, right? So now in hydraulic mining, what we do is there will be even 20 bar, 30 bar, 40 bar pressure water, right? So when you are injecting that, when you are throwing that much pressure water onto any surface, you can imagine even you can cut even the rock also. Even you can cut many things. You must have seen in so many James Bond movies, right? It can cut even the body, any bodies, right? With high pressure water jet. So that's what is hydraulic mining means. That can be open cast, underground, so many things. And already I have given you, just when I am telling about this, you note down again somewhere just to remember, remind me also while discussion later, where in Gopalichek mine, first time in India, in BCCL, we experimented in 1989, 1991, right, with hydraulic mining, which is imported from Germany, West Germany, right? And that was a failure, and now sent for this for introduction in northeastern coal fields at that time. As scientists of CMRS at that time, we recommended to utilize their try as an experimental trial, but later what happened? That was a scrap, could not be used. And that is a story of hydraulic mining in India as far as underground coal mining is concerned. But nowadays, even now in New Zealand, this is a very famous method, very good, efficient method, right? Other things we discuss later. So here, now it is 8:40, my beloved students. Now if there are any queries, let us discuss on that. And then your CEP answers you can give. And then I can take our attendance also once again. And now let me have attendance taken. Meanwhile, you can ask any queries. I could see in this Shivam, Yogita madam, Ayush, who is this? Banoti, Chandra, Siddhartha, right? Shankar, Mahan, yes. Deepak, Jasmine madam, Avinash. Acha, if you have any doubts, you can ask. We will discuss a little further, and then we will continue our class. Any CP answer also you can give. Any doubts? Because I would like to give some time for more interaction than just a one-sided story or telltales, whatever instruments we use, telling from one side, right? Any doubts you can ask. And if there are no doubts, then we will go further with our next continuity of the class. So no doubts. Any CEP answer? Any answer? What are one question I am writing? Another question you should remind me. What are methods for less than 0.4 or 0.3 as discussed? These are not conventional methods. Some innovations required. Innovations, right? Innovative things. Unconventional. Whatever comes to your mind. This is the way how people think, right? If I say that will be something based on previous things. Something should come to your mind. Yes, sir. Now you may try like this, because already you learned so many things like drilling, blasting, and other shaft sinking, and so many things you learned, right? That also will give something. About now our Gagan, right? Gagan, you unmute and ask what is your doubt, Gagan?
Sir, how we can extract the ore from the parting and the contiguous seam, sir?
Very nice, very good. So Gagan has raised a very good question. Now you note down in contiguous seams how his question is how can be extracted in parting from parting. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. From contiguous seams. Now, yes. So, in this need not be a contiguous seam. This can be called as a contiguous sections also, right? This can be, that means if it is only one seam which is thick, okay, that means what? Now like this. This is a thick seam, okay, total 9 meter, 10 meter, whatever. Now we developed in two sections with a parting of 3 meter, and here also you note down parting as per the regulations between any section should not be less than 3 meter. There is a reason for that, because we face a lot of problems when there were some type of strata control problems, parting failures. That's why what we did is some decision is taken and made as a guideline based on the experiences, where when parting is less than 3 meters, right? So that cause lot of problems. So while developing this contiguous section, if it is in a thick seam also, the parting should be left minimum 3 meters. That is very clear. Okay. Then when there is a parting of 6 meter, 8 meter, 7 meter, whatever it is, when it is developed as per our Gagan's question, right, query, when it is developed in multi-section, right, and that is also called a contiguous sections, right. Now, while retreating, it is developed in two sections, and now you note down so many examples. We have n number of examples where we extracted in southeastern Korea. I am coming from the top, right? From no, little bit more, BCCL, East Katras, right? Seam number 10 in panel D1 E1, where there were contiguous sections in seam number 10 with around 10 meter, 8 to 10 meter thick seam, right? And let me first give the example and then its method, what we did and what is supposed to be done, right? Then coming little bit towards southeastern coalfield side in Chirimiri Colliery, in Bartunga Hill, right, in Anjan Hill, in so many other mines. Then from there towards Singareni in Queen Seam, which is almost all the nature of this deposit is almost similar, right? Queen Seam in Ellandu, right? And then Top Seam in Kottagudem area, right? And then seam number 3 in other areas like Bupalpalli, Ramagundam, Srirampur, all those areas, right? These are all almost similar characteristics of around 8 to 10 meter thick, right? And all these are developed when there was no blasting gallery method tried at that time. All are developed in multiple sections. They are all contiguous workings, right? Where 3 meter along the roof, 3 meter along, or 3 or 2.5 meter. That is where it was developed. And then how it was extracted? Then it is either by, you please note down, extracted by, now in the ascending order, by stowing. That means we extract the lower section, extract this by stowing and come up to the next and then to the next like that. Another way is by caving, right, from the top. That is the top section caved, and then sometimes we left the coal also in between sections. And somewhere longwall mining, right, we extracted the top section by longwall mining and came down with a parting of that 6 meter, 5 meter, 4 meter, whatever, right? And same thing was there even in JK 5 incline where longwall was done. Okay, 5 incline, Ellandu, right? Oh, Singareni, right? Like that. So these are different options how it was extracted. Gagan, is it all right? Other details definitely we will be going. But I wish that you should know, everybody should know what happened at least in our Indian conditions. I am not worried much about what happened in America or China or in our beautiful friends of Pakistan and other people. But we should know as a knowledge, right? But you should be more concentrated and focused, right? Your focus should be on our Indian conditions, how we can develop our new mining methods, make India Atmanirbhar Bharat instead of importing technologies from other countries. Okay, it's all right. So any other queries or shall I continue? Any other queries, answers? I am continuing now. Okay, right. So we are here about the thickness of the seam. Now I am going little bit to the next. What about the gradient of the seam and how best we can select the methods of mining, whether it is developing that or otherwise extraction of that, right? So there are two ways. One way is what type of development that you should do in case of the seams or characteristics of that seams are like this, with highly gradient or very flat. Now already you have in your mind what are the conditions in India, especially at least some conditions. As a good geologist, now I consider that you are all very good geologists, right? But I am sure after coming back, returning back from COVID-19, definitely we will be, I will be showing you all our, whatever the models and other things available with us in our metal handling lab, right? Meanwhile, even I can also show through some videography also, depending on the requirement. But let us hope our COVID-19 should end and 21 should start without COVID, right? Okay. Then gradient of the seam. Generally, you note down some points here where generally we consider a seam as flat, as I told you. Majority of the seams, or almost all seams for that matter, in southeastern coalfield are almost flat. I said 1 in 50, right? You can calculate how much is the angle, how many degrees or how many, whatever the unit may be. So generally we consider as flat seams when the general dip is horizontal and does not exceed 5 degrees, and 5 degrees to 18 degrees generally we call these are the inclined seams. Other we say it is a flat seams, right? So inclined seams in Singareni or in BCCL, WCL, MCL are flat seams in southeastern coalfields, right? Like that. And somewhere it is a steep seams, okay, 18 to 40, right? And it is very steep, as I told you, many steep seams also there in Bhupalapalli. You may note down, because these are some mines where we are doing investigation, and if somebody is interested as an assignment topic or as a part of their growth in their career, whatever they want to learn, what are the problems and some steps for solving that solution. If anybody is interested to learn other than their project, also they can get acquainted with all these informations. That's why I used to tell them even the names of the mines where we are doing presently the investigations to solve some of our Indian coal mining industry problems, right? As far as underground coal mining is concerned here, like that, so many other issues. Okay. So steep seams, specifically in Bhupalpally area, KTK 5 mine, okay, like that. Then otherwise there are very steep seams in our northeastern coal fields, right? It is almost like 1 in 1, right? 45 degree and so many things like that. Then in that case, now it is very simple to understand. Now you should select such a methods, right? I cannot say that I will be using LHDs anywhere, whatever I want. You cannot. Even if you go by some type of apparent deep even developments and other things, right? There will be some limitations, right? Even a tire mounted machines you may not be able to utilize. Okay. So now this is the way how this gradient is also affecting your choice. Choice of the method includes even the choice of your mechanization and choice of other parts of our mining. That means even how you are going to transport, how you are going to make the coal at the face, whether you are going to cut the coal, whether you are going to blast the coal with solid blasting or whatever, right? And then whether you are transporting that coal from there, from the working phase to another place, right? In the local, that place, in that district or that panel, either by manual loading, by semi-mechanized one or mechanized one, sophisticated, so many things, by your shuttle cars or by your conveyors or by your, in that conveyors also, by belt conveyors or by armored waste conveyors or something else like shuttle cars and so many things. Okay. Or slusher, even a scrapper. So many things can be used. Then that will have that effect you can think of. You just, when we are talking about this, so something should come into your mind. Already I have shown you so many photographs and all, that seam is either gradient like this, very steep, or otherwise flat, something like this, up to some 5 degree. And then the incline little bit, then what type of machinery I can use, you can get some ideas on that. Steep, something like this, up to 40 degree means maybe 1 in 2, 1 in 2.5, something like that. And exceeding 40, 45 means 1 in 1, right? So that you cannot use all the machineries, all the methods at that places. Now, in steep seams, board and pillar working will not be successful, because now you can think, in addition to what we discussed, there are the chances of sliding of the coal pillars itself. Now even that pillar, whatever you are framing, very simple to understand. If the seam is flat, if there is a pillar, now you imagine this is a pillar, right? This is a pillar. These pillars are like this, right? Pillars and galleries, like this. In that case, what is happening? Now, if it is flat, this is more stable. If it is inclined, even this pillar also may slide. Very simple to understand. This pillar may also slide like this if it is inclined. So I cannot have board and pillar. Very simple to understand by any layman. Even a 5th class student can understand that. Okay. Now, in thick and steep seams, horizontal slicing is the best choice. And here I can give you a lot of methods which were tried in association with or in collaboration with many parts of the world, right? Like there are names given by the name of their mines where it was made successful, or some persons, whatever, like Kazimierz system of mine with some Russians. We tried in steep seams, right? Long wall and so many things, right? And horizontal slicing is some choice, because if it is a seam, but it is very thick, that means a seam, this is inclined seam, right? Steep seam, and this is very thick seam. Now this thick seam I can extract by horizontal slicing. That is, I will keep my face in the horizontal. Since it is very thick, I can work like this along the strike. I can make my face to travel in the strike direction like this. Since it is very thick, now I can have a face length of that 40 meter, 50 meter thickness as a face length, and my panel length will be along the strike direction. So it is nothing but a long wall in a flat seam. Very simple to understand. Okay. Any doubt in this? Yes, no. No problem. Right. But if the seam is thin and at the same time steep, now I cannot use horizontal slicing. Very simple to understand. it becomes something like a metal mining. I don't know whether metal mining, underground metal mining has come to you or not, because we are modifying the syllabus every time, even our courses. In your recent course structure, have you read metal mining methods? Yes, no?
No, sir.
Very good. So don't worry. So but at present you just note down in a very simple way, right? So metal mines, the basic difference, right, under coal and metal. So there, these are very steep. That whatever deposition is there, that is igneous or metamorphic majority of the cases, right? So it is not like a flat seams in metal mines. That can be your starting from your gold, platinum, whatever, right? And then diamond mines, okay? Then copper mines, okay? It can be Hindustan Zinc Limited, some names. Let us not go much into metal mining now, but giving some idea for you that they are very steep. There, what is happening? They are, what they do is, now you just imagine you make a dip rise, one dip rise like this, connecting by some levels. Very simple to understand, right? So now we made a dip rise. This is a dip rise, okay, with a pencil. This is one dip rise. This is another dip rise. That this is my seam like this. What I do is, I will connect these things. Are you able to see my phone and two dip rises here? Yes, no? Very good. So now I connect with the level here. One level here, one level here. That is the way how it appears in the metal mines. So in the steep seams, we can try like this, where now you are having this level, and this level something like a breast stoping. Otherwise, the stoping word should not be used in coal mines. Here, from that level, it is something like a breast stroke. How many of you must have seen your what is that? Swimming, breaststroke, right? Somebody do like this, somebody do like this, right? So this mining is something like that. That means from this level, not level, dip rise gallery, right? I will be extracting this side, this side, this side, this side, blasting it, and then that material will flow on its own because of this inclination, which is more than angle of repose of that material. Coal, I blast it from here. You just imagine you blasted as something like a slice, blasted it. All this material will fall through this to the lowest level. Now here I can collect by LSD, whatever, which is working in the levels, but the seam is inclined, right? These are the so many ways. This is what is the meaning of breast stoping as in the metal mining. Then, of course, if mechanical cutting, so many things can be done. This can be, you can deploy some type of machines also. Otherwise, a very simple way of doing that is as I explained to you. And then in moderately thick and nearly vertical seams, so mining with stowing in ascending order may be desired, right? Many times what we are doing, even in, you note down, in northeastern coal fields, Tipong method, Tipong colliery, right? There are so many methods which were tried by our beloved one of the eminent scientists in India, I should say, with whom I was working for 10 years in Mine Model Department of Central Mining Research Station in 1980s, early 90s, right? Where he has given, and many must have gone through that book of underground mining of coal, right? Where there is some methods like descending shield method, right? Some type of a Tipong colliery, that's a Tipong method also people used to say, where sometimes it can be in ascending order with stowing. So lower portion you extract and then fill it and go up, up. That is ascending order. Other descending shield, which I have not written here, but that's what we follow in northeastern coal fields, where from the top, now seam is very steep. Now I will have some arrangement where from the top I will be first I will make a dip rise gallery, and then I will have a shield working here, and from there I can even blast, cut, whatever, and that material, that coal will be falling through that gallery, I mean dip rise gallery, right? That's what's called the descending shield method. From the top we are coming down, and your shield, why you are having the shield there, that is descending, right? Already I told you, my beloved students, under caving conditions, right, you go from top to bottom, that is GOF. It will be GOF on the top. You are working under the GOF in caving method, and that is what is called a descending shield method. So like that, there are so many methods which were used. And then another, Ajahn, I think you should not take much time, it is over. So now I stop at this stage. Your CR should be active in remaining at least 5 minutes before. Now, who is summarizing now?
Sir Anshu
Rising.
Ashish.
Sir, I will summarize.
Sir Anshu
Very good.
Ashish.
Now, is my time right time? Because you should not take others' time. Only within 30 seconds you summarize.
Yes, sir.
Tell your name and summarize.
Sir Anshu Ashish.
Anshu, very good.
So
Anshu.
today we studied about the factors influencing choice of mining methods. After that, we learned about the important technical and economic factors like the economic value of coal, ability of machines. After that, we learned about the thickness of seam and the different methods used depending upon the thickness of seam to extract coal. And at last, we studied about the gradient of the seam and the different methods we use depending upon the gradient of the seam.
Very good. All the best. And since now time is over, then dhanyawad to your parents. Help them take care of COVID-19. Let us hope, based on our recent guidelines, it may open shortly, and you will be here physically, and we will discuss so many things. By that time also, don't worry, we will continue to learn through this MS team. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. बाकी आप बोलना है. Jai NIT Rourkela, Jai Utkal Janani, Jai Underground Coal Mining Methods. I am stopping now.